In the 17th chapter of the Gospel of John, Jesus, just moments before he will be arrested, and got to get this teleprompter to start. Moments before he'll be arrested and executed, there it is, Jesus spent hours in prayer and meditation. And of the many things on his mind, in that moment, one of the things that John mentions was that Jesus was longing for people to remember their connectedness, to remember that they belong to each other. Listen to these words that Jesus prays in the Gospel of John. I'm not praying only for my friends and followers here with me, Jesus prayed, but also for all those who will come to believe in the power and the presence of Christ, of divine love in the world. I pray, Jesus says, that they will be one, Father, just as you are in me and I am in you. Jesus understood that love, pure love, filled every corner of his body, every fiber of his being. Jesus knew this. And he also knew that as he was filled with such love, he poured that love into those around them. And he spoke of this as being, quote, one with the Father, one with source, aligned perfectly with love. And he saw his end, as he saw his end nearing, he worried that this unity would be disrupted as a result of his absence. And so therefore he prays that all those who would come after him would remember their oneness. Much has changed in the world in the past 2,000 years since this prayer left the Christ's lips. Yet much has also remained the same, such as this need to pray for unity. How deeply we have been torn apart by centuries of systemic oppression, deep injustice, and human cruelty of unfair hierarchies of oppressive power. Though more connected than ever, in today's society, it seems we're also more divided than ever, too. The Apostle Paul, in his experimentation with organizing communities around the ways of Jesus, he dreamed that people might wake up to their true identity and transcend these labels and masks that we put on that so often easily divide us into various categories. You were all God's children, Paul wrote to the church in Galatia. All of you have clothed yourselves with Christ. You all wear the identity of divine love. You are all a beloved child of God. He says there is no Jew, there is no Greek, there is no male, there is no female, there is no slave, there is no free, for you are all one in Christ. I don't believe his point was that those things don't matter. Ethnicity, gender, socioeconomic status. It's not that they don't matter, but rather they are not who we are. And if we're not careful, rather than be these beautiful markers of how gorgeously diverse humans can be, if we're not careful, they can serve to distract us from what is the most real, that we are all one, connected, together, belonging one to another. Indeed, much has to happen for unity to be realized. Mountains must be brought low, valleys must be lifted up, the sick need healed, the mighty humbled, and the meek honored. Unity will not just happen, for things left to themselves will only ever drift toward chaos and decay. But perhaps key to all of it, before any action is taken, any system torn down, is this invitation to return to what holds us all together, what fills us all, what sits at the deepest part of all of our souls, that we are loved children of God. And so, may we be the long-awaited answer to Jesus' prayer. May we be one.